It is Thursday. That means we have Dr. Joe here once again to answer your pet questions. If you have a problem with your pet, you can still give us a call. The number is 918-460-KJRH. Before we take your calls, we want to meet your new friend here. Who is this? Trevette?
This is Trevette, and he's about 3 years old. He's probably too big for a Yorkie, so he's probably a silky or kind of crossed a little bit. He's all kind of brown up here on his head or whatever. Nice little dog. Just had kind of his haircut or whatever, and he's
sort of an interesting look for Trevette, isn't it?
It is. What I tell you is a lot of times Animal Aid, when they take in kind of the lowest of the dogs, and a lot of times they're not very good, and his haircut was just a mess. So we end up kind of being creative.
Why is this reminding me of the Beatles?
Well, I was going to say, he kind of looks like a sheepdog a little bit. Our groomer is really good. She's very creative. Sometimes, I'll think, boy, nothing can be saved, and she'll end up like this. But anyway, he's over at Arrow Springs. That phone number is 918-455-7108.
Okay, and folks can also call Animal Aid, correct?
Absolutely, Animal Aid.
And that number is 918-744-8280, or you can log on to animalaid.org. So you have 3 ways to find Trevette and his very, very good haircut. Yes. Let's go to the phones. We have Deborah in Tulsa. Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning.
What's your question?
I have a little cat. She's 5, and we've been having a little problem with her the last few weeks here. She started doing she's real tender and everything, but lately when she wants to play, one of the things that she does, she'll tend to want to run and start to try to bite our ankles or our legs. But this is just playfully. So we're wondering how to get her out of that.
Most of the time, you try to divert and play the game differently, and that is to get the cat to chase either like a feather toy. Sometimes a little string. I use a leash a lot of times, and then kind of put it up because they have a tendency to eat strings and things. But you try to get the game, because that's normally kind of the way they play with each other. Kind of grab and kind of bite a little bit and then kind of let go. It's basically hunting behavior. And a lot of times you try to divert them to something else. People have a little sock or something and try to do that, or change the game completely. Kind of stop doing that a little bit if we're starting to hurt. So sometimes it can kind of hurt a little bit. So
I bet. All right. Next up we have Linda in Tulsa. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning.
Hi.
What's your question?
I have 2 female cats that are not from the same litter that I got from my daughter. They've been going through wheezing and sneezing episodes, and they have extremely watery eyes. And I don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah, I mean, cats get a lot of little upper respiratories, kind of like we do a little bit, kind of colds and things. I'm not sure how long you've had them, but usually a lot of these viruses, kind of like us, will kind of take care of themselves. If they're having problems, if they're not eating very well, if there's a discharge coming out, especially kind of mucus or whatever, a lot of times we put them on some antibiotics to make sure that it doesn't get any worse, okay? And then they kind of clear up. You also talk to your veterinarian if it's been a long time, like months. Sometimes these little viruses, herpesviruses, stay around forever, and then there's another drug called N-acetylene that they get on and have to stay on for quite a while. So, yeah, talk to them and see.
Good deal. And again, if you'd like to adopt Trevette, 918-744-8280, or log on to animalaid.org. Dr. Landers is here every Thursday to answer your pet questions. If you missed any of today's segment, you can go to KJRH.com and click on the Lifestyle tab to watch it again, learn about other pets who need homes, and find out more about Heritage Veterinary Hospital.